Yeah. I get powers from the source. I'm a Mjolisi. Why I'm bigger through the storms? Yes, of course. I get.
Hello guys, my name is Brindajoyy Beats again with another tutorial. Today I'll be starting in a series of how I make my beats, from building the chords, melodies, putting in the drums, the 808, up until you mix and master the beat, structure it to the full beats. But I will not be doing them all in once. I'll be just specifically doing the chords today, maybe put in some drums, I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Let's see how it's gonna sound in the end. The info I'm gonna be sharing today is gonna be like very useful on my upcoming tutorials on how I make the chords, then build from there, like make melodies and all the other things. How do I build up from the drums to 808s and mixing the songs? But today I'm gonna be focusing on the basic, on how to create the chords. So yeah, let us start. Usually when I go open up the FL Studio, I start from the tempo. Today I feel like I'm gonna be making something emotional, so I set the tempo to 140 BPM so that I could be in a tempo that is not too fast or anything like that. But then I'm gonna throw in some piano. I prefer something from Flex, the plugin called Flex. There are essential pianos there is this grand which is light. I prefer that one, so yeah, I put it in, and then we go to piano roll. In piano roll, usually it's gonna be like C. Every note is gonna be in C yet, but we cannot always make beats which are on the key that is C. We can change that. For every beat that we make. So the starting step for me is to feel like you can randomly like choose any key or on any scale, yabo. So I say for today, let me just take A sharp minor. A sharp minor will do. So I go there on that knob and say view. We go scale highlighting, and then select A, and then come back and select minor, natural minor. Yeah, you saw that it's changed from being highlighting the notes from C to being on A. That means that every note that is highlighted is on the scale that is A minor, A sharp minor. So if you try and put it on this note, it is wrong. You must always choose the selected note. It's gonna be putting you on the right note for the scales. So yeah, that is the basic starting point, so that whatever I do on this beat that I'm gonna be making, it's gonna be on key, regardless of what I try and think I understand. So yeah, to do it again, you just go to view and then scale highlighting. You select the note that you need, it's A sharp, and then go back again to select the scale, and then you select natural minor. It can be major, it can be minor, but I prefer minor. It doesn't disappoint me a lot in most cases. So yeah, now that is done, we move to another setting. There is this piano knob there. You right click on it and say and choose the key that you initially selected. It was A sharp. Yeah, so A sharp minor. This is useful if you are using a typing key, a typing keyboard that you use to type and all that, not that MIDI controller. If you don't have a MIDI controller, it's gonna help you when you are building the melodies. When you're building the melodies, it's nice to play them on the keyboard, but this feature is useful here because it's gonna help you for every key that you press. It's gonna press only the scale that is specified or selected. It's gonna be helping you play the keys that are only highlighted for A sharp minor. Yeah, now that is done, you can see every note I play there. Every note that I play there is on the scale that is highlighted. So yeah, let's go in and jump into the starting step. Now everything is set up, the tempo, the scales. We have selected A sharp, right? We can try and build a chord. Let's say we start from the bass notes. The bass notes for me is gonna be A sharp, say this, and play it. You can like navigate and try and see which sounds better. You can take this one and put it anywhere in these notes highlighted. You can see which one sounds better when you play it. Okay, let's say F is good, and then try F sharp after that because it's only highlighted. Yes, I think that sounds better. Let's play it again. Alright, that is good. Now we have the bass notes playing throughout the pattern. These are the bass notes. We can use them to build up the 808 and all that, but today we're gonna be focusing on the main parts, which are the chords. Now that I'm done with that, so how do I build the chord? To build a full chord, we take that A sharp, which is my bass note, put it on the higher octave, right? That is how they sound combined. So in order for it to be a good chord, I must skip one highlighted note and put another on the highlighted note, on the second highlighted note. That is how it sounds. And then I do the same thing. I skip one highlighted note and put it there. Yeah. Alright, we apply the same thing for all these bass notes. We take the bass note, put it on the higher octave. It's simply, you can say highlight that and then say shift and click up. That is how you're gonna do that. For the shortcut, you must know the shortcut in order to be time effective. Unto that, I didn't copy it. It's like copying it, or you can manually just say it's F. Okay, there is F, you put it there on F, and then the following one is F sharp, you put it on F sharp, like that, and so forth. So yeah, we are still building the chord. Okay, on the first step we said we skip the highlighted note. This being the highlighted note, we skip it and put it on G sharp. We then skip another one and put it there. Okay, then we try and skip another one. We're building on that F sharp now. For the full note to be there. Okay. Okay, we apply the same thing. We skip the highlighted note, the first one, put it on the second. We skip the first one, put it on the third. Alright. Okay, because you can see that the duration, if you check from pressing on at 5, then it's right here on how long is your beat or your pattern. It's 0.7 seconds. 0.7 seconds is very short, so I will try and copy them. You can say Control B. I think it's gonna double it to the other side. Then it's better, it's 0.14. The pattern repeats, so that when you are making melodies, you can make variations from this side to this side, make something similar on this side, and then change a few on that side. Okay, now that is done, we have something like that. So that it doesn't sound too computerized, we go to settings, we try and strum it so that the notes will not play in the same time. We go to settings, we go to strum. When you get to strum, maybe it might be your first time going to that, to these settings, but if it's like that, you will try and say prevent the end. Preventing the end means that when the notes are being moved to the other side, they will not extend to the highlighted or space given, or their length will not expand, but only will be moved to this side. So, and then we change the strength to be a bit, you see, even if I make it longer and stuff, that is how it plays, but we don't want it to be like that. We just want to make a slight change, not too much. So that they will not be playing at the same time. It makes it sound like it's being played by a human. And then we say accept. If you go closer and look at them, they are not in the same starting point. So that is good. I think you can move it further, or you can manually move it, but we don't have enough time. We're trying to make a beat, and then you wanna change the velocities. The level of each note is playing. I prefer randomizing them instead of making them manually, because I'm trying to save time, because I wanna make more beats. So when you press randomize, velocities, they are volumes in simple English. Randomizing makes it like you can see the other notes are having higher velocities than others. We're still trying to make it sound as humanly as possible. I'm not sure if playing. Yeah, you cannot hear much of a difference on this one, but it's better to do it manually if you don't hear anything, like moving some of the volumes here, and then see what you will prefer. Now that is done, we can try and build a melody. Right. Before we build a melody, it's better to know the bounce or the rhythm of the beat. So for me, I chose this clap. Then I'm gonna start pasting it, so that I'm gonna know how it moves. So from the piano roll, you see if I'm going on the beat steps, I'm gonna make it on this is the first line, second and third, or the half line. The half line, or you can say it's the second step. The second step will always be on the tempo you set. For trap, for afro pop, for hip hop or whatever, except for drill. But this is how I paste my snare for every beat I make. So we're gonna be doing mixing and mastering on other tutorials, but today we're starting from the basics, and then we go to hi-hat. Just say 2-step. We're gonna make it simple. Okay, what if we try and build a melody? There are two ways which I build a melody. One is play the chord and then try and make and play it on my typing keyboard, as we said that, and feel what moves better with those chords. Or else I try to put them manually and see how it sounds. So the best way for me is to play it on the keyboard and make it more emotional. So what I do is I play it around and then record it by saying, by pressing that record button, and then say record only notes and automations. In that way, it's gonna record everything that I play, and then I can come back and edit it according to what I feel is sounding better. So it's better to play it. Alright. I feel it's better to play around the fifth octave than to go higher. It sounds better on this octave. So yeah, I'm gonna try and play it randomly. I'm not gonna be playing it many times. Yeah. So, and I press play space, and then it's gonna be playing, and while I'll be recording. It might not sound better, but okay, then we go to editing it manually. You can say by half step or half beats, whatever, and then go to auto quantize. Auto quantize, make it on the beat to be not off beat. It's gonna move the note to the, I don't know, the step you selected. Yeah, steps you selected. So if I move it according to this, it's gonna be, this note is gonna be here, right? The other one is gonna be here. So let me try and just quantize them. Quick quantize. You saw the notes moved. They are now on beat. Then you can move them manually. Okay, I feel like there's a missing note in the beginning. Let's see. We can then add some few sample just to try. Okay, I love the second part here. The first part might not sound the same. If I say the first part, you see from 1 to 5, it's played the same thing, right? Even on the chords. But from 5 to 9, it's play a different thing. So the first part is gonna be one from 1 to 3. I like it, but when it changes, this one doesn't sound the way I want it to sound. But I'm gonna copy this part to that other side. On the fourth part, yes. I think I'm gonna cut this and maybe that. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, we can quickly add some bass and hear how it's gonna sound. I love Flex. Flex has nice plugins. There is mobile tuned 808s there. I like this one, which is 808 synth blasted. It sounds better. I can try and look for spins and all that, but not today. So I'm gonna make it quick on that side. You remember when I said the bass notes are gonna help us with bass and all that. These are the notes I was referring to. They're gonna help me plot on the bars. Whatever I do, I don't put bass on other notes except for these highlighted notes, these ones that are going according to the beat. So this helps me make my 808 sound in line with the chords, not off. Let's say I'm playing the chords are playing A while I'm playing D. It doesn't really sound. It doesn't give or it doesn't sound in the same mood as the chords, because the 808 might be happier while the chords are set. It's not good. So it's better to follow the chords. Okay, let's just try and make it simple. Okay, we copied that to the other side. I don't want to make the sliding 808. Just try and make it simple. You saw I followed the chords that I made in the beginning. So with the basics that I showed in the beginning on how to beat the chords, this applies for every genres. Can be African trap, which I'm looking forward to making the type of beats or anything like that. But these are the basics that I felt like I should start with before I move further. So yeah, thank you for watching. I think I'm gonna try and play the full beats that is mixed or mastered parts with the most basics. Alright. We have this, we have that, and we have that. Okay.